Hey, Lauren at Aggressive Credit Repair, proud owner for 17 years. I've helped 9,000 clients. Can you believe that? All myself. The point of this video is not talking about those 9,000 clients, but talk about me. How I got over 800. What did it take to get there? Remember this acronym, ALOA, average length of open accounts. It's going to come up later because it's the whole point of this video. It's about how I got over 800 and how you can do it. First, let's a little preface, we're going to look at my scores here by virtue of Identity IQ. It's a website that I have all my clients go to. I have for like a decade. It's just a real easy website to understand, a good little graphic user interface, and less complicated than some of the others out there. But important to note, they use the Vantage score system versus FICO, who has 10 different scoring systems. It's how you can go to one car dealership and then a mortgage company and then another place and get all these different scores, even though they're all pulling your same reports from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. They may be using a different score. I like the Vantage scoring system because it's simple. They have one score, not 10. And it's kind of like, in my estimation, a mishmash, a combination of all the FICO scores combined. And I know that because if I look at credit reports all day long, but also if you go to myfico.com and look at my scores, they're the exact same as this, okay? So let's dive into my full report. Are you ready? Just want to confirm that this report was pulled August 21st, 2021, and there's my name so you know it's my full report. So let's move over to another screen and we can start looking at what accounts are open and how I got to 800. Okay, so here we are in the credit score and account summary screen. I think that a misconception about how to get big scores are you have to have lots of credit to do it. No, actually, you need accounts that have been open a long amount of time. Let me prove that, okay, with my scores over 800. By the way, it only goes to 850, so those are high, okay? I've, in fact, only seen I only have one customer that's gotten over my score, so those are big scores. And I did it with open accounts, 3 on TransUnion, 4 on Experian, 4 on Equifax, okay? What's my point? It didn't take 20, 30, 40 accounts to make that happen, just a few, okay? And we're gonna move over to the screen that shows my key account, my main account that allowed this to happen. This is my America First line of credit. It's been open since 2009. That's the key, okay? At around, see, I'm in my 40s now, but in my 30s, I hit 800 and I only had 3 accounts open at that time. And this was the oldest one. That's the key. Your oldest account, I call it your foundation account. Okay, that's what allows you to have a long ALOA, average length of open accounts. It's all about how long you've had accounts, not how many you've had, how long they've been open. So I tell people, whatever your oldest account is, it's usually a credit card, that's your most valuable account. I also tell people to build your credit, you want to have accounts open like credit cards, because all the others don't really stay open very long. Think about it, especially car loans. I hate those accounts, okay, for many reasons, but they're just not a great way to build your credit. Why? Because they come and go all the time. Even school loans do this, mortgages even do this by virtue of refinancing or moving or whatever. So it's important too, and the whole point of this video is to get yourself a foundational account, something that's been open a long time. And why do I point this account out specifically, other than the fact that it's my oldest account? Because it's my very favorite line of credit that exists. Back in 2009, I had an overdraft on my checking account, and America First says, would you like to apply for overdraft protection? And they gave me a little modest $200 limit once I was approved. And by virtue of staying at zero every month, every single month since then, they've reported a zero balance to the credit to Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, okay? So it's my favorite line of credit because it'll be there forever. As long as I have a checking account, which we're all going to have until we die, may as well have them also give you for free reporting to the Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion every single month. Okay, now we're going to move over to another section. Identity IQ as a score simulator. So if you want to see how many points you get by, lowering your credit cards, you can go in here and click a button like that, and it'll run the scenario and show you. Now, my credit card balances are all almost paid off. This is why the simulated score is basically the same. The reason I come to this score simulator is because I want to show you what happens if I decide, okay, now I want to start opening credit. Now, if it's true that ALOA is how somebody can get over 800, then what happens if I start compromising that ALOA by opening new accounts? If I go over here and I want to open up, let's say, a new auto loan owned by a $20,000 used Tesla, very used Tesla, then you see my score start going down. Why do I show you this? Because that's not very much, and it's because I have such a great foundation of credit. But believe me, if I open another one, it'll go lower, 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 and lower after that. I have a client just recently who was just close to 700, and they opened up all these new credit lines trying to get over 700, forgetting that ALOA is such a huge factor in the score. When she called me freaking out, I refreshed her scores, and she was in the 500s. So what we had her do is close all those new accounts, and then she got all those points back. And a couple of months later, just by paying her accounts on time and keeping her credit card balances low, she was able to get over 700. So the takeaway of that story is, your instincts are to get more points or to take an action. My point is, don't take an action. Get yourself an open credit card, leave it open for life, and as time goes on, you too will earn points, and enough points as time goes on to get where you need to be, which is hopefully where you need to be is 700, but where you'd like to be is 850, and it's possible by virtue of ALOA. Okay? If you want to contact me and have me doing a video analysis of your credit, feel free to reach out anytime. Call, email, or text. I basically do videos all day long. Today is Sunday, in fact, and you just heard I just got an email in the background. That's because I work 7 days a week, and people are constantly contacting me to do these analyses. And it's not for the purpose of my program. Sometimes people just want free advice on their credit report, and that's what I can do for you. But for others, of course, they are interested in my monthly program, and whatever it may be, please reach out. I make these videos for you to reach back out to me so that I can give you my feedback. Okay, thank you for watching.